Okay. Hi, Kilo. It's me. It's me. I hear. I am. We're gonna do a watch party. You guys ready? That was supposed to be. Load. We back? We are back. Are we ready for this train wreck? Are we? It's the people's panel. That's funny. So, yeah. Here we are. We want to start taking I should have done a bingo card. Damn. I should have done a bingo card. Do we want to take what's the over under that he's going to be, how late he's going to be? What's the over under on that? Hello, Infinite. Well, so obviously we're going to be watching through YouTube. I think everybody is streaming it through YouTube. It was just like their broadcast channels weren't going to be streaming it live. Half an hour. I know, I should have. I'm Monster. I don't know how to do bingo cards. Don't tell me. I don't know how to do those. I do have like videos of things. Excuse my typing. You might lose me. Listen, if you lose me on TikTok, remember I am multi-streaming because, oh God, this is gonna be a wreck. Well, yeah, because then I have to put in the categories and it's got to be all related to festival stuff, specifically 2020, because you know that he's gonna do all the greatest hits on top of everything else. So there's that. Yeah, Casey, I am. Playing it on all the platforms. That's the plan, at least. We're awaiting. Here, I can show you. That's what APs looks like. Monster Trump is gonna reveal the evidence at long last that, the Democrats did the 2020. Diabetics with a sweet tooth, I am only waiting for really my mods and people I know that want to join. So that is what I am doing. You have a personal question. Can you ask it in the chat?
Good evening. Before we begin, I'm proud to report that our country is safer, stronger, and far wealthier than it has ever been before. We are doing great. Less than 2 years ago, we inherited an economic and social disaster. After the worst inflation in 48 years, the wide open borders with millions and millions of people pouring in from all over the world, including criminals of all types, and 11,888 murderers, many of whom killed more than one person. We had transgender for everybody, men and women's sports, crime ravaging our cities, and the whole world was laughing at us as.
Imagine being able to build an app with your.
Really? AP, get your shit together. He's literally speaking.
We have more money being invested in the United States than at any time in the history of our country. More Americans are working today than ever before. This week it was announced that inflation saw the largest monthly decline in more than 6 years. Just happened. It was just given out. The media reported it, and
why was
we
it high?
accepted the best in 6 years. The tax cuts in our great, big, beautiful bill are saving hardworking families thousands and thousands of dollars. like with the provisions, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors, along with the interest deduction on a loan used to purchase a car, but only if that car is made in America, and a 100% expensing for our job-creating businesses. Our stock markets are at their highest point in many years, but we can actually say of all time. And your 401ks, pensions, and retirement accounts are setting records every single day, the highest in history. For years, we paid the highest price for prescription drugs anywhere in the world. Now we pay the lowest price under my most favored nation's policy because I was able to get the rest of the world and the pharmaceutical companies to act responsibly. Drug prices are coming down by 70, 80, and 90%. TrumpRx.gov, this will ultimately reduce the cost of health care. You have to go to TrumpRx.gov and take advantage of it. But the cost of health care is coming way down because of what we've done with prescription drugs. And with Trump accounts, every child in America now has access to a tax-free investment account to save for their future. Billions and billions of dollars are being invested, put in by companies and individuals to take care of our children so that at age 18, they will have potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account, and they'll get off to a great start in life. So for that, go to TrumpAccounts.gov and sign up your child or any child who'd like to sign up. Our previously wide open borders have been transformed into the most secure borders in the history of our country, with 0 illegal aliens being admitted to the United States in the past 14 months. That is 0. Nobody thought it was possible. We had the worst border in the history of our country, and now we have the best. Crime is plummeting nationwide, with the murder rate at its lowest level since 1900, or more than 125 years ago. We're making a record investment in our armed forces, and we have the...
By the way, real quick, who's doing his teleprompter tonight since that guy got let go for betting on it? Just a question. It was just a question. I was just asking. Okay.
I didn't see that.
The strongest and most powerful military by far anywhere in the world. I built it during my first term, and unfortunately, we're forced to use it now. We won in Venezuela, which is now working with us to produce millions and millions of barrels of oil. We are likewise winning big in Iran, and you will see the fruits of that labor very, very shortly. America is back and doing really well, but we still have a major challenge that must be urgently addressed, because no country can be great without fair and honest elections. You have to trust your country, because if there can be no trust, there can be no greatness. And that's very simple. No trust, no greatness. For many years, I've called for bold, swift, and decisive action to protect the integrity of America's elections. Every American deserves to know that when they cast their vote, that vote will be counted accurately in a system, and that is to make that system secure, one where cheating and interference are not just difficult, but virtually impossible.
It already is.
Unfortunately, the system we have today falls catastrophically short of that standard. Tonight, I'm announcing the immediate declassification and release of critical intelligence revealing shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure.
Vulnerabilities.
This evidence shows that the election system we have dangerously exposes, and really exposes like levels never thought possible, to hacking, exploitation, and foreign interference.
Now, what I will say is there is evidence that there are vulnerabilities in the systems for hacking. Does not mean it is proven to have happened, but there are vulnerabilities where they can be hacked. Is that something we can work on? Sure. Proof of it actually happening? No. Okay, just to be clear.
Just as disturbingly, this vital information has for many years been covered up and hidden from you, the American people, our beautiful, our
can read
great
it.
American people. But that all changes right now. The documents we will release starting tonight have been gathered by the White House Government Transparency Task Force, a great group of people, along with the staff of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board, supported by our top intelligence agency chiefs, who have all personally reviewed the findings. We are presenting this evening and fully confirmed their authenticity. You can see these documents for yourself at whitehouse.gov. That's whitehouse.gov. Go check it out. Our purpose in
site's
disclosing
gonna
this information is not to weaken confidence in election, but to earn that confidence by confronting vulnerabilities and correcting them very, very quickly. And that's what we're doing. The documents cover 5 major areas of concern. First, they show that over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S.
These are
voter
big
files.
words for
That
people.
information
I'm like,
includes names,
I'm not
addresses,
proud,
phone
but
numbers,
like,
political party
wow.
preferences, and other sensitive data
Oh, party
that would be
preference.
needed to register to vote and engage in other nefarious activities, which is exactly
So they hacked our systems to get voter information. How does this say anything about what actually happened in the festival? Also, Russia in 2016. Okay, cool. Glad we could forget that.
what was
But Monty,
happening.
I thought that Republicans had secure elections.
Only when they win.
We have,
Glad we could clear that up.
we haven't even had it yet. Fuck.
This data loss presents an unprecedented election security nightmare. The intelligence even shows that China assigned a data exploitation unit specifically to this new project. Compounding the travesty, the second set of documents we are releasing reveals that members of the deep state, very, very famous group of people, in many cases, in our intelligence agency work to actively suppress and downplay information about the extent of China's sinister election meddling, covering it up from both the president and the American people like nobody thought was possible. U.S. spy agencies began learning about the compromise of voter registration files in 2020 when they discovered that tens of millions of voter data, think of that, tens of millions of voters' data in 18 states have been bought.
I know people are saying that the site is down. I have it. The whitehouse.gov site is up for me. I just don't know where he's talking about what section these documents are allegedly in. So I can't find it.
Stolen or hacked by China. Yet those responsible for sounding the alarm instead kept the information secret and hidden. They did not disclose to me as president.
Just so we know, there is a report, actually. There was a report done. There was an intelligence report done that said that there was no evidence of interference by China, just so we're aware. Hi, Ari. Maybe.
Is he okay? So I just got here.
Hi,
Is
Audie.
he hi? I know I skipped all the pleasantries because I'm an ass.
Go ahead.
You're fine.
Is he really talking about the 2020 festival?
And saying China hacked it. Yep. Oh, thank you.
So
And it was
Pull
kept
up the
from
report.
the American people and the president.
But
Specifically.
we're not blaming Venezuela.
Not yet. We might get there because he talked about vulnerability in the actual machine. So we haven't gotten there yet. Maybe.
President or to anyone else,
Strap
and to
in.
the best of our knowledge, they did not inform Congress. In fact, all they kept saying is, this is the most secure election in the history of our country. A standard, very pat line that was divvied out to say the cover-up of this colossal security breach is even more disturbing in light of the additional information showing that China engaged in other election-related activities to undermine my first administration and our 2020 campaign. They did not want, and they just didn't want it. They fought like hell not to have it. Donald Trump to win,
Downloading
and
zip
for good
drives.
reason.
Yay.
As the documents we are releasing show, CIA reporting explicitly stated, and I quote, in mid-2018, the Chinese Communist Party's policy was to leverage all domestic and foreign elements that were opposed to the U.S. president in an effort to reduce the U.S. president's votes and make him resign or prevent his re-election. Isn't that nice? Also, in mid-2018, China was working to influence the results of the U.S. midterm elections and later the results of the 2020 presidential election itself. Separately, in mid-2019, the Chinese government's strategy against the United States was focused on undermining.
Yes, Monster. Who was president in 2018? Remind me again, which administration? I can't remember.
Is it Turnip?
I think it might be Turnip. I think you might be
Okay.
right.
That sounds
Domestic
accurate.
confidence in the U.S. president. They wanted to just make you sound like your president wasn't so hot, when actually your president has done a great job. And they did everything possible to do exactly that. Going on, this document says, and this is by the CIA, the strategy included efforts to use Chinese contacts with big U.S. companies to influence U.S. business leaders to turn against the President of the United States of America. The Chinese government sought to identify U.S. journalists who had reported negatively on the U.S. president and pay them large sums of money to write more negative articles about him, as many as they could, and they didn't care what they said.
One,
I
he's
hate
speaking
that
in the
he's-
third person again.
Yes, thank you. Holy shit. I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
He's speaking in the third person again. Two, what do social media articles have to do with the festival? I don't understand. You can say whatever the fuck they want about you. First Amendment, bitch. Cry harder. I don't know what we're doing here.
The Chinese government wanted U.S. president to lose the next election, and the reason they wanted me to lose is because they knew I was wise to them, charged them billions and billions of dollars worth of tariffs, and built the strongest military anywhere in the world. We have the strongest military anywhere in the world.
But
These are
Trump,
exact quotes
he's
from
your best
the...
friend. I don't get it. Aren't you good friends with Xi Jinping? Like,
Jinping.
what? Like you're like buddy. Like
And I just
they
want you to
caught
know,
on.
the website is working for me. The documents are on zip drives that I can't download because the pathway is too long and it wants me to rename them. So I'm going to wait on somebody smarter than me to get a hold of those.
Oh, send me a link.
Okay.
CIA
Whatever it
reporting
is, we'll get it to
the
Dick.
name
He'll
of
get
the
it.
person doing the quote is now under review, but it gets even worse. Raw intelligence obtained by the FBI in 2020, yet buried by rogue bureaucrats, stated that China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden. Documents show that during this period, dozens of significant CIA and NSA reports about China's election targeting were kept out of the presidential briefing. These were briefings I would get.
If they were kept out of the presidential briefing, it was probably because they were not a significant threat. So even if China had a plan to do this, maybe there was no way for them to execute it, so they wouldn't brief you on it because it wasn't necessary.
Almost every day, everything was kept out that was of importance. One email among intelligence analysts admitted that they had, quote, deliberately massaged the presidential daily briefing to withhold information regarding Chinese activities related to the election. Another official inside the FBI wrote that she was running, quote, a shadow government, unquote, to keep intelligence about China's election meddling from becoming known and to keep it away from the honorable press. Other officials who witnessed such efforts perceived the motivations to be blatantly political. Recently, we found significant numbers of burn bags in formation, and this is a group of
Oh God.
bags that were used to destroy information given by President Barack Hussein Obama to be burned. It was supposed to be burned. These bags were supposed to be at a different level by...
I've heard about these before. He has talked about these before. What it has to do with 2020, I don't know.
But they were instructions left by Obama.
That they forgot to burn.
Also, I'm sure we're all aware, but like, I mean, the way he's reading, it's obvious he's reading. Sorry, the way he's talking, it's obvious
use
he's reading.
teleprompters. They totally didn't
Right.
fire their teleprompter guy
No,
today.
Monica. It's probably something in his ear. We're definitely past teleprompters for sure.
Oh, is he wearing a pearl earring like Kamala was? Is that what it is? Remember that?
You know, pearls don't look good on him, so like, I don't know. They're probably gold. Like, let's be honest. But I don't know. Maybe.
But if they massage the presidential brief so good, can they come do my shoulders, please, or maybe my feet? They can just do my feet.
Not from
They
this
did this so well.
administration.
No.
You don't want it from this administration.
No, it's the previous administration.
You don't want it from any other person.
I don't know. They're apparently really good at massaging those briefs, so I might need it.
Okay,
So-
because I just wanted to make sure I didn't hear that incorrectly.
No, you're right.
No, they massaged those presidential briefings that they managed to hide a whole conspiracy about China.
Different people incinerated and checked, but it never happened. Maybe we got lucky. We believe this was not done on purpose, but
incinerated?
rather through gross incompetence of the people
bags.
that was supposed to burn the bag. But the findings are stunning. Today, I'm asking the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the CIA to investigate how and why such crucial information was hidden, to fire
we're still
those involved in the
investigating. Cool,
cover-up,
cool,
and to
cool,
file
cool.
criminal charges, if appropriate, against these people. Yet concealing China's meddling was only the beginning. The third set of documents
just
we
gonna
are
do it.
releasing
Audience
proves
ahead of
that
me.
for many years, Americans were blatantly lied to about the security of our election infrastructure, including electronic voting machines and ballot counting systems, dishonest, almost all. They're vulnerable and they're easily compromised, and people within our government knew that. Tonight, we're
Kilo, real quick, you said y'all are laughing, but MAGA is literally eating this shit up. They are, that's true. You said they're going to take to the streets within the coming weeks with violence, mark my words. No, actually, I think it's going to be the opposite, because the issue is that they are going to use it in order to try to take over elections and say that the states are not safe to be able to run them themselves. And then the violence is going to come from everybody else when we're in the streets protesting. So that's going to be fun.
publishing a series of previously classified U.S. intelligence community assessments and other reports proving that our government has long known these machines are extremely exposed to attack. As one assessment states, we judge that the United States adversaries, including at a minimum Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, as well as non-state groups, have the capability to compromise U.S. election infrastructure.
But I thought he believed Putin when Putin said he didn't interfere. I thought he believed Putin. That's interesting. Also, again, that part is true. The vulnerabilities in the machines exist. Now, there has been no evidence after investigation that there has actually been that kind of interference to an effect that would overturn a festival. However, the existence of the vulnerabilities is true. Nobody was hiding that.
That's unquote, but that's some statement, isn't it? Made by supposedly great patriots of our country.
Real quick, Damocles, did you watch Star Wars? Because as a Star Wars fan, I don't think you want to be the side that you think you're on. He just said, execute Order 66. Sorry, guys, you're doomed. That would make us the Jedi, the good guys, and you, the Empire, the bad guys. Try again.
The document goes on to further state that, quote, we assess that centralized election-related data repositories, such as voter registration databases, poll books, and other official election websites, are most vulnerable to exploitation, and adversaries could use this access to these systems to disrupt election processes within the United States of America. Tonight, we're releasing.
At Living Spaces, we believe in offering you quality.
AP.
And
I need them to stop giving him S words.
This is a cyber threat aimed at the very heart of our democracy. Many people have questioned whether it could actually be possible to electronically manipulate vote totals or change election results on these terrible machines. Today, we are releasing documents that show the CIA obtained reporting of a specific plot to do a big number in favor of the corrupt Maduro regime in Venezuela. And that's exactly what happened, conspiring to digitally rig their own country's elections in 2020, and that's what they did.
Do plans mean that those things happened?
No. Okay. You want to know? Those are called conspiracies.
I don't have my tinfoil hat. I should have wore it.
This so reporting includes
when you think about that, like the religious people be like, make plans and God will laugh. So I'm guessing that means they don't happen all the time.
Included precise details about methods to regime develop to digitally alter vote totals in ways that could not be detected even with an audit, no matter how deep they went. This intelligence underscores why we must take urgent action to ensure that our own system can never, ever be hacked or compromised like it was in the past. The fourth set of documents reveals that even when significant evidence of fraud has been detected, it has been buried and covered up.
You don't have proof.
Among the disclosures tonight are FBI files detailing evidence of alleged fraud by a large-scale voter registration operation in Michigan.
MAGA, pay attention to the words.
In 2020, Michigan
plans,
State Police raided a Democrat
Get
Out the Vote organization, corrupt group in Muskegon. And we're so concerned by what they found. They were just so concerned, they couldn't believe it, actually, that they contacted the FBI in Detroit. The documents state that some canvassers admitted to FBI agents that they signed voter registration forms in other people's names, submitted fraudulent registration for people who did not exist, and received gift cards tied to their number of applications that they produced. In other words, it was pay, play, and cheat. The FBI agents working on the case believe that crimes were committed, yet the Biden Department of Justice slow-walked the investigation and killed it. Tonight, I'm asking the FBI director to ensure that the matter is fully investigated and to work with the Department of Justice to prosecute those responsible for any crimes. Finally, to reveal just how vulnerable our elections continue to be, we are releasing the results of a stunning investigation by the Department of Homeland Security. According to the DHS review of state voter rolls and public records, they identified approximately 278,000 non-citizens who are registered to vote in federal elections.
What? That doesn't mean they
Since
voted.
Democrat states refuse to share their voter files,
true.
The real number is actually much higher than that.
Files to fucking open.
Yet,
they won't open.
Even this limited analysis found more than 250,000 foreigners illegally registered to vote. Put together, these disclosures reveal an election system.
Even if they did, if they illegally registered to vote, it does not mean they voted. You guys need to pay attention to the words that he uses. I know you guys are sitting here like, Trump. Listen, he has said alleged. He has said plans. He has said non-citizens allegedly registered to vote. You need to pay attention to the words he uses.
You couldn't get this stuff to open?
So I have the zip file. I have the first one, the vulnerabilities in election voting. And when I go into it, like CIA note, Venezuela machines, it says Windows cannot complete the extraction. The destination path is too long. Rename the compressed zip folder and try again. And I don't know how to fix that.
Oh, interesting. Let's see if this will.
So broken and so vulnerable that no one can possibly defend it. It is not defensible. Hundreds of millions of U.S. voter files are in the hands of foreign governments. Our machines and ballot counting systems are exposed to hacking and manipulation and corruption. China and other countries have been trying to meddle in our elections. Evidence of fraud has been buried. Hundreds of thousands of non-citizens and dead people are listed and active on the voter rolls, and yet we still have elections with no voter ID, no proof of citizenship, and tens of millions of ballots floating aimlessly through the mail. As one example of the insanity, California's recent election for mayor of LA and governor was held on June 2nd, a long time ago, but it was just completed a few days ago on July 10th. Think of that, much more than 1 month. Took a month to count the votes. I wonder what they were doing. This is worse than any third world country. There's no third world country that has elections like we have.
Doing their job, my guy.
In a rare move, NBC and ABC Fake News have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about because of the fact that they don't like the topic, because they know how corrupt our system is, and they don't want to reveal it. They and others in the media are part of a plot. They want to continue this fraud for whatever reason. They want to keep it going. They want to protect the radical left. They can't have a great country, and that's true. You can't have a great country without free and fair elections. Fraud like this should mean a revocation of their licenses.
Might be my
They use our public multi-billion-dollar in value airways for absolutely no money. They pay nothing. All we want is honesty in our elections and honesty in reporting. They pay nothing for multi-billion-dollar assets. Great damage has been done to our country. Our elections were left vulnerable to being rigged and stolen, and the trust of the American people was lost. This cannot be allowed to continue. Every American, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, or otherwise, should be able to agree that we deserve the most secure, honest, and fair election system anywhere in the world. Secure elections should be a partisan, really, we should be together, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, everybody, and it should not be a partisan issue. It should cause to unite us, not to divide us. This should be a cause. We should be united, not divided. In light of the brand new and irrefutable information I have revealed tonight, my administration is in the process of notifying the states whose election data was compromised by the People's Republic of China and many others.
Yep.
We will be working
Why wouldn't you
closely
notify
to
them
mitigate
before the
any
speech?
harm, and we're taking swift action to ensure that sensitive voter data is better protected so we can never be bought, we can never be hacked, and we can never watch a stolen election again. Tomorrow, the Secretary of Homeland Security will hold a briefing to outline his department's recent work confirming cyber vulnerabilities in our electronic voting systems. They are bad. We're in the process of informing governors, senators, and members of Congress of potential issues in their states. If you look at voting today, it's in such bad shape in so many states, and we are committing to fix it. And we're also committing to be working with those states and local jurisdictions to help them fix and patch known technical vulnerabilities before the midterm elections. We have very important elections coming up. We want those elections to be honest. I've also ordered DHS to notify every state about non-citizens on their voter rolls and direct them to remove all ineligible voters from the lists immediately. But most importantly, addressing this crisis of election security demands that Congress must pass the Save America Act.
No.
There it is.
How easy is that to do unless you want to cheat? The only reason you wouldn't do it is you want to cheat because your policies are so bad and your candidates are so pathetic that you can't get away or can't get elected any other way.
And
This
yet,
is giving
landmark bill
B613
requires that all
vibes.
voters must show
and yet
photo,
it's never fraudulent
voter
when he
ID.
wins.
How simple is that? Could I have your photo, please? Photo, voter ID.
That's not what it
All
is,
voters
though.
must
He hasn't
provide
read it
proof
either.
of citizenship. Are you
Oh
a
no, he
citizen
knows
of our
what's in
country,
it.
please?
That's the
I
problem.
don't
Like he
know if
And
he
knows what's in
hopefully
it.
does.
there will be
He
no
does. I
corrupt
honestly
mail-in
think he knows.
ballots,
I
which
think
if
he
you
knows,
watched
and
California
he's
and so
just
many other
like,
places,
I'm just
mail-in
gonna keep
ballots
saying
are
it this way
inherently corrupt.
because they don't know any
So
better.
you would have no mail-in ballots except for
See?
illness, disability, military deployment, or travel if you're going away on business or vacation. These reforms are urgently needed to stop the vulnerabilities that I've mentioned. To all Americans, I ask you to pick up your phone tomorrow, call your representatives in the House and Senate, and demand that they pass the Save America Act without delay. Together, we will
Just a
restore
sec, Connie.
faith and confidence in our.
Yes.
So if they will sit there and go down to, the Capitol, I would advise all of you in here listening to make sure that you're actually like you also call in um, with opposing the Save America Act. Just want to put that out there because if people will sit there and travel across the freaking country, they will pick up their phone. And now that he's sitting there encouraging it, I'm going to encourage you all to also be on the phones tomorrow. Phones, email, all that. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Country, and we will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Not the sway. He sways like a child when he's fucking done with shit. Oh my
I was
god.
like, wait, is he waiting for questions? Like, he can walk
No.
away.
He ain't gonna answer any questions. What you talking? He's gonna say his spot, and then Papa needs to go and sit down and rest because his ass is tired. He spoke for so long. His booty butt is tired. But maybe did you see what I sent you?
Yeah, I can't open those either. And then Thick did send me like what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not good at tech.
You're not good at technology? Well, I thought maybe making it a Google Drive would help.
Well, it asked me I had to request permission.
Oh, hold on. Let me go check my email. That's probably what that email notification is.
It was probably me.
It's probably you. Okay, hold on. Open it back up.
Let's see. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I was trying to do.
I really like that background, Monica.
It's nice, right? I thought it would be nice. Oh, I figured it out. How'd I do that? Oh, I figured it out. Okay. I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
Yeah, if you just unzip the files into your C drive,
But I did it.
the C drive, your C drive is your main hard drive.
Yeah, I do know that. I do know that much.
Yeah. So unzipping the zip file into your C drive will shorten the file directory path.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to unzip it in like your downloads folder, it's going to be like C/users/monica/documents/downloads/
the file name's way too long.
Right. So just C.
Okay.
So did you open it? Sorry, my live glitch, so I didn't even see like that comes like my shit's been weird today. Hi Thicky. So did you open it from Thicklist or from the shared?
From Thicklist, I figured it out.
Okay, cool.
Could I repeat it? I'm gonna have to. But
no, you're good.
Yeah.
It's on a shared. It's on Google Drive now though. So
yes, which is even better.
Okay, bye Thick. I love you too.
Thank you, Thick. Okay, so this is from the batch of the vulnerabilities in the machine, right? This is the CIA summary of select intelligence reporting from 2004 to 2020 on Venezuela's electronic voting manipulation capabilities. Okay. Intelligence community reporting from 2004 to 2020 documented persistent concerns about Venezuelan government manipulation of electronic voting systems and the potential national security implications for U.S. election infrastructure. The intelligence established that Venezuelan government officials developed sustained interest and likely some capability in manipulating electronic voting systems. Okay, are we gonna talk about where they did? Did they do it, or they just had interest in doing it? Because that's going to be the thing. Prior to Venezuela's 2012 presidential election, reported that Chavez's intelligence services, including the General Directorate of Military Counterintelligence and the Bolivarian Intelligence Service, worked with the National Electoral Council and Smartmatic to develop plans to manipulate. Okay, that's not what we want. And then just tying that to the fact T1. September 2020 reported that Venezuela developed detailed technical plans to manipulate the December 2020 National Assembly elections. Okay. Where's what they actually did?
See, I have an interest in seeing certain people's clothes off, but I'm not acting upon that interest.
I have a plan for it too, but I don't know if
I have a plan for it too. There's a whole website I can go through, but I'm not acting upon that plan or that interest. Do y'all
I was just going to tell Monty to just FaceTime me, but whatever.
Yeah, no, that plan I think I could get accomplished. I think I could do that.
I hate all of you.
It's not my fault you don't have an iPhone.
I have an iPad.
Oh.
She could just send us another one of those links we use for co-hosting.
Okay.
On the big screen, she says. Do it on the big screen.
The 2006 intelligence community assessment concluded that neither Smartmatic nor the Venezuelan government had the capability, that is, the level of control or access, to manipulate the outcome of an election outside of Venezuela in a predictable fashion. The Venezuelan government's ability to manipulate the results of voting in Venezuela rested in part on its ability to control every stage of the electronic voting process, from initial acquisition of the machines to pre- and post-voting machine security to programming to storage of paper voting receipts to control of the audit process. Neither the Venezuelan government nor Smartmatic would have such a complete spectrum of access during an electoral process outside Venezuela. Debunked. Done with that one. Can we move on? Okay. Next. China.
Wait, so his
Eli
debunked itself?
Yep. Love that. Love when you read.
I love this one.
See, MAGA, see what happens when you read sources?
I made a mistake.
I love that. China, cyber activities probably prelude to election espionage. China is probing the presidential campaign for opportunities to tailor, collection, and gather insight on policy positions on U.S.-Chinese issues. U.S. policy on China is a longstanding high collection priority for Beijing, and Chinese cyber actors have conducted such activity in every U.S. presidential election campaign since at least 2008, according to a source. Since redacted 2018, Chinese cyber actors known in the private sector as APT31 have targeted the personal emails accounts of senior U.S. leadership. So we probably should not have defunded the online counterterrorism, online counterintelligence organizations, right, Trump? We probably shouldn't have done that.
Or let everyone use Signal.
Okay, so they wanted to do that. Since 2017, a separate blank has worked with blank to enable more stealthy operations by identifying the email addresses of high-level U.S. officials, then requesting that blank obtain or crack the passwords for targeted accounts. Okay. As the 2020 election approaches, the IC has detected Chinese state-sponsored cyber actors targeting the former president's presidential campaign, probably to gather intelligence that could enable future operations. Again, probably. The first instance this election cycle that we have seen them directly targeting a U.S. presidential campaign. China has also conducted cyber espionage against other U.S. election-related entities. The IC assesses that China does not currently intend to covertly interfere to try to sway the outcome of the election, although this activity could enable such operations if Beijing made a choice to do so. I guess we're done with this document because this was before the election, so unless they have anything for after the fact, publication date in July of 2020. So yes, okay, done with that. Next. That was 3. Okay. Executive summary of an election report. Jesus Christ. That's what we got to do. From around 2019 to 2024, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, conducted a set of technical and operational activities to evaluate the security of certain U.S. election systems. These activities, all carried out upon the request of system owners and operators, included direct examination of election-related software, penetrations, testing of state.
Did you see if this one's redacted correctly or if you could copy and paste it into a Word doc? Like
I don't know. Somebody else will do that for me. I could barely unzip the drive, so let's not talk about that.
All you do is do Control A, okay, and then Control C, and then Control V into a Word document.
Nice.
But did somebody say penetration? And I'm not sure that was a significant. I'm not sure that was a proper use of the word.
Penetration testing of state. That's how they used it.
What?
I don't know. Wouldn't it be penetrative?
My brain auto-corrected to penetrative.
Yeah, it would be a
Penetrative.
Our
penetrative.
state is square, so you could definitely fit a round peg in the square hole.
what are
I
the
loved
findings?
that about Colorado. I'm like, yeah, the state that's an actual square. It's like well, it's a rectangle, but
Election intensity. Okay, you investigated. Direct software examination. From 2019 through 2024, CISA partnered with Idaho National Laboratory on the Critical Product Evaluation Program to conduct direct technical assessments of election software. So we looked at automated and manual static source code review, binary fuzzing of parsers, words that I don't understand, cryptographic implementation. I would like to see the actual report.
Wait, did it say pen testing?
Pen testing. Where pen testing?
well, if it said pen testing, then Monica read penetration, and I was.
That's what it says! Leave me alone! Penetration! It said it!
Oh, pen testing. Oh, okay, okay.
See? They were just shorthanding it. I was fine. Constraints on security updates, SLTT
It's not a proper use. I don't care.
Election officials face difficulties in applying security updates to election software in a timely manner. Okay, that's fair. Again, we talked about this. There are vulnerabilities in the system. I would just like to see proof where they did anything. Where's this big blockbuster Trump promised us? That's what I'm waiting on. Those state laws may also require that SLTT entities only deploy election software that has been certified by the Election Assistance Commission. Oh, you mean the commission he just fired? Which may also delay the application of security updates if an update postdates EAC certification. These jurisdictional differences present a fragmented certification ecosystem to election software vendors. Okay, sure, we can update that. Anything from it? Election software is deployed into SLTT managed networks that frequently lack the defensive maturity. Why? Why buy? Assumed in vendor threat models across numerous penetration tests and red team.
Everyone's got to get better about their tisms. They just be dropping and not saying goodbye.
It's fine. I'm used to it. It doesn't offend me. They love me. I know. In multiple cases, CISA
I have her
assessors.
titties. Shut up.
CISA assessors gained full network control within hours or days, demonstrating that many SLTT partners remain soft targets, incapable of stopping even moderately skilled adversaries. Okay, again, vulnerabilities in a system that we can fix. Now, can we find where this was an issue? Most states have moved away from paperless electronic voting machines because these systems don't provide a physical record or give voters a way to ensure their selections were recorded accurately. The replacement paper voting systems also contain vulnerable components. In 2020, ImageCast X ballot marking devices printed voters' completed ballots on paper but encoded their selections in a barcode that voters had no way to verify. A researcher showed that hackers could change the votes encoded in the barcode without even having physical access to the machines. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence additionally commissioned a forensic examination of Dominion voting machine devices used in Puerto Rico's 2024 election. While CISA did review the report, the agency did not have access to those devices and was unable to perform an examination. They are citing Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, a report published here. What was 2? Security analysis of Georgia's ImageCast X ballot marking devices expert report submitted on behalf of plaintiffs Donna Curling, Curling v. Raffensperger, U.S. District Court from the Northern District of Georgia, Atlanta Division in 2021. Dominion Voting Systems Democracy Suite Preliminary Vulnerability Assessment from the ODNI in 2025. Again, this is telling us that there are vulnerabilities, not that they led to anything. Okay. Conclusion, CISA's findings highlights that U.S. election systems are subject to the same security concerns as most other software systems, but they are subject to outdated and fragmented certification regimes, insufficient vulnerability transparency, and persistent cybersecurity gaps in SLTT operating environments. The issues are not attributable to any single entity, but are a result of complex interdependencies between vendors, certifiers, policymakers, and resource-constrained SLTT partners. Strengthening election system security requires coordinated action across the entire ecosystem. SLTT election offices need sustained investment in network modernization, segmentation, identity management, and monitoring capabilities. CISA recommended mitigation measures including paper-based voting records, rigorous post-election manual audits, CBOM adoption, and improved incident tracking provide a path toward measurable near-term improvements. Okay, so that was just what we can do better.
Coordinate.
Hi, Bonnie. You're a nom.
He tried, though.
Hi, Monty.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'm at home.
My God,
Oh
shut
my
up! One bar. Okay, so when we're looking at the budget proposal, it's proposed to cut $707 million from CISA. So if CISA is going to improve, you know, like tracking these things, how are they supposed to improve with budget cuts? Which I'm pretty sure CISA also got cut for fiscal year 26.
Cool. We love that.
Yeah, what I was saying was coordination across the entire ecosystem kind of counts that one out as a solution.
Well, because they don't coordinate with each other. Okay. So this is a declassified email. Everyone's favorite topic, December 23rd, 2021. We don't know who it's to, whatever. Take a minute and read through this report. It cites some of the same intel and logic used in 2020 to say that these same units were not engaged in election influence, but were instead only issue focused, to now argue that China is influencing the blank festival. The regional influence focus on issues, etc. They literally cite as support for their argument some of the same reporting used in the mainline assessment in our minority report. For example, they cite blank activity as being the Chinese military, even though in 2020 the IC said we didn't know who it was. This report describes the same unit that blank and I said were influencing the US 2020 festival and now characterizes it as an election influence unit and attributes it to the Chinese government. That's a weird coincidence and one we should highlight for oversight, FBI and blank. We should consider how this looks and what logical, nonpartisan basis the IC makes calls one way or the other. Why is this unit engaged in election influence in the blank and blank to promote China's interests, but when they do it here, it's issue influence, but somehow not election related? It's the same personnel doing the same kind of activity. Take a minute and read through this report. It cites some of the same intel and logic used in 2020 to say that these same units were not engaged in election influence, but were instead only issue focused. So this could be the same as Russia in 2016, where they were taking out ads and the bots were all over all sorts of social media sites, pushing particular issues, not necessarily the election as a whole, but pushing particular issues for influence. That is probably what they are talking about. They are making it sound more nefarious than it is because y'all can't read. So there's that. It's email 1. Forward ICA comments. Hi, blank. Forwarding these comments from FBI for your awareness. They had previously told me that Director Wray signed off on the ICA text, and the only changes since then have been downgrades of blank reporting and the DNI's minor initial edits. Most of this we've been over numerous times already, so it's not clear to me if they're backtracking or just commenting for the record. Director, Election Threat Analysis, National Security, somebody in his administration. So this would be the email, December 30th, 2020. Ugo Retz Tanya, FBI USA Gov. Hi, couple of thoughts on the updated ICA draft, all of which center on the minority view and some of which you have previously heard from the FBI team. Minority view. Generally speaking, while we are fine with the inclusion of the minority view text box, we firmly believe the analysis in said text box must comport to the same analytic standards as the rest of the ICA. This is an absolute red line for the FBI. Additionally, we do not support the inclusion of minority view in the KJs without proper context and source descriptions. The minority view is given parity to the ICA assessments. Below are some more specific points. So no, we will not add your minority view shit to the report unless you can provide context and sourcing for your claims. This was proving what? In the first para, the NIO notes that China's leaders also intended some of Beijing's efforts to indirectly affect U.S. candidates, etc. The IC has repeatedly stated, based on a body of intelligence, there is no evidence of said intention, though we note there was an awareness of this potential effect. To state this as bluntly as the NIO does, without evidence to support this claim, is extremely misleading. In the second para, the NIO notes he gives more weight to several clandestine and liaison reports without any sort of source description whatsoever. By minimizing the source descriptions, clandestine reporting from U.S. or liaison sources of dubious credibility, poorly identified sourcing chains, and minimal track records of reporting is given the same weight as signals intelligence of identified senior Chinese diplomatic and intelligence figures, as well as clandestine reporting of decision-making in Beijing from sources with well-established records of reporting that is generally reliable. In the last tick, the NIO assesses China may also have encouraged protests. There is no evidence of this in the reporting, and the citations associated with this tick certainly do not support this assessment. This is highly misleading and a misrepresentation of the underlying reports. Where's the evidence? Again. The final para in the dissent argues that we have collection gaps on the entities that would probably execute influence operations. This point appears to acknowledge that IC collection demonstrated that China's leaders practiced restraint and did not intend to influence the outcome of the election, and instead focuses on where collection gaps might miss evidence of the execution of influence ops. This shift in focus by the NIO is inconsistent with earlier portions of the dissent argumentation and argues that U.S. collection did not find what China has actually done. As we've said before, citing the absence of evidence is an absolute red line for us. Thanks again for all the work on this blank. We will continue to stand by any additional drafts, etc. On a more positive note, the Iran section edits are much improved, and we greatly appreciate you working with us on this. I am out of the office tomorrow, but Cynthia is in. Should you need to reach anyone on the team, we'll be back in full force Monday. Have a wonderful new year. What's the... Okay.
Who was that from and to? Like this...
We don't know. But it was in December of 2020.
But Cynthia will be out of office.
Yeah, Cynthia's name could be in there, but...
Yeah, Cynthia could be in there. Poor Cynthia. She's shitting like, what the fuck did I do?
Just catching strays.
Foreign threats to 2020 U.S. federal elections. This was authored August 19th of 2020 from the National Intelligence Council. Key takeaways. This is a downgraded version of a paper originally published in 19 August 2020 and includes information current as of that date. This paper updates which also addresses China's broader influence efforts. This paper does not make assessments about the impact of these efforts on the U.S. It also does not discuss efforts that the IC cannot attribute to foreign actors. This paper does not make assessments about the impact of these efforts on the United States. So why am I going to read it?
Yeah, I was like, so you could skip that one.
What they will do, not what they have done. We assess that China prefers that President Trump be defeated. Jesus Christ.
You're getting canceled. Eli!
In the past few months, it has stepped up public rhetoric criticizing his administration, which it recognized may affect the election, although blank Beijing did not intend to try to affect the election. Oh, okay. So yeah, we're done with this. Done with that paper. Cool. Awesome.
Good old Freudian slip there.
Shut up.
The whole thing is fucking blacked out.
Oh yeah, love that. That's great information. Uh-huh. Yep. Cool.
They all blacked out everything, but China wants...
And again, these are allegations, nothing proven. So what was this supposed to prove? Okay.
I would love to point out that at least they're consistent with their redacting habits.
My God. The next one is going to say, no, seriously, Mr.
Does
President.
your wife know that you're up here?
Okay, I just want to say one thing before
Does your wife know that you're up
you
here?
guys start.
Does
I
your
gotta
wife
go.
know that you're up here?
Okay, let me say one
Does
thing.
your wife
All he
know that
wants
you're
to
up
do,
here?
is
Does your
patch
wife
state
know
election
that you're up
systems. He
here?
just wants to patch the state election systems
No, he doesn't.
with proper software. That's what he said. He wants to
Have
patch
they
these
proposed
systems.
legislation for that?
He didn't say that.
Yes, he said it. The state
Have they
election
proposed
systems have
legislation
holes in
for
them,
that?
and he's trying to patch the software.
Have they proposed legislation for that?
He doesn't need to
Yes,
propose
Lenny.
shit.
Yes, he does.
It's
He
a,
does.
Yes.
the
Because in the
feds
Constitution,
run.
the state runs their elections unless Congress gives them a different directive. So
Hey,
We'll find out. We'll find out.
sure we will.
We'll
2
find
weeks.
out.
In 2 weeks, babe.
Hey Jay, actually, I'm so
find
glad
out.
you're here. I actually have a question. So CISA, right? Do you know what that is?
What?
You're in tech. You should know what that is. CISA.
What are you saying?
CISA.
CISA. Is it a cybersecurity standard?
Oh, look at you. So question about that.
Yeah, what?
If they're like doing these investigations on like, these like festivals or whatever, why would you want to cut funding from it?
Okay, because there's a lot of bloat. The federal government, you have 7 guys doing the same job. Nobody's doing shit.
So if
It
it's
needs
just
to be
7
run like
guys,
a
would you
private
just
business. Have you seen the
Oh,
efficiency in large tech and you see the efficiency in like the government jobs? Nobody does shit because they have these like
oh.
union cushy jobs. You need to cut the bloat.
Please explain to me what the bloat is in CISA.
Look, they're
Explain
not
to me
up to
what the bloat
date.
is in CISA.
When Mythos came out,
No,
when
I need you
Anthropics,
to just in clear, concise, cogent terms explain to me, somebody who works in this
Okay.
industry, what the bloat is with CISA.
hold on, just okay. I don't know why you're so angry. Listen to me.
Where's the bloat?
They'll have 7
I just want you to
guys
answer the
who are
question.
CRMs. I'm
I just want you
explaining.
to answer the question.
The feds will hire 10 guys who are all CRMs, cyber risk managers.
What does
right?
CISA do?
They'll hire,
What does CISA do?
dude, it's cybersecurity. Okay, it's
What
not
does CISA
fucking
do?
rocket science. It's just layer 7 security, layer
What does
5
CISA
security,
do?
layer 3 security on
What
government
does CISA do?
cybersecurity.
Your answer is just cybersecurity.
Yeah, cyber threats from other governments trying to hack our system, hack our power grid, hack our elections, hack everything that they can. That'll cause chaos.
And
Hack
explain to me, by the way. What was Salt Typhoon, by the way?
Salt Typhoon? What does that mean?
What was Salt Typhoon?
I don't know. I don't know what
I thought you worked in this world.
Dude,
I thought you worked in this world.
I'm trying to explain if you listen
I thought
to
you
me.
worked in this world.
I work for a large tech company in the
So,
Gov
my guy,
Cloud.
my guy.
Okay?
You are at best.
I don't
you are at
fucking
best.
work
You are at best tier
in
1 tech
CISA.
support. You are at best tier 1 tech support if you don't know what Salt Typhoon
Alright,
is.
What? Okay, fine. Tier 1 tech support. You can say what you want. I don't give a
You are
shit,
at
dude.
best
It's not
tier 1.
bothering me. You want to sit here? You're some random dude on TikTok. All you go off
You
on
literally
probably
came here.
is yeah. you
He's the guy
probably
that calls you about your McAfee subscription
Okay,
expiring.
fine.
Tick.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, make fun. Also make fun of your president. He's your daddy, by the way. You know that.
I will.
Right?
He's not. My dad's dead.
And-
then
and-
he'd be dead
And Alex Preddy and Renee Good found
We
out,
can
right?
only be so lucky.
3 times today.
I love the
Alex
pivot
Preddy.
away. I love the pivot away
We're
when
not
you
talking
are
about
just
that.
getting backed into a
No,
corner.
I'm
because
saying
you
people
don't know what
who
you're
are
talking
paid-
about.
People who are paid protesters finding
So
out
again,
every
We're not
day.
talking
Lock
about
in.
that. We're
Listen.
talking about tech. Focus up.
Yeah, I
Listen,
need you to focus on the conversation. I can go get my
Go to
keys
the
and
White
jingle
House.
them if you're
Okay.
not going to lock
No,
the
no.
fuck in.
go to the
And
White
listen-
House website, download the document, redacted
That's what we're doing
documents.
before you interrupted us. These are the
All right,
documents.
read from them.
I
Read
am.
from
You
there.
came up here. I am. And there's nothing.
All right.
There's nothing.
I will listen. Oh,
Cool.
come on.
Yeah,
Come
there's
on.
been nothing
You're
yet.
better,
There's been
you are
nothing
better than
yet.
CIA analysts? Really?
Show
Okay,
me the
come on.
document where the
Dude.
CIA analyst determined that China
Dude.
did physically or did something to affect the election. I'm waiting for it because that's what we're reading through. And
We've
haven't
gone
found
through
anything.
4
And-
documents so far, and it's no effect.
Anthropic-
No effect.
And Anthropic's Mythos
My God.
LLM has
My God.
released,
Literally
has
shut the fuck
exposed
up.
everything.
Literally
It's exposed
shut the fuck
everything.
up.
It hasn't.
That's why they banned
Literally
it from being
Shut
used.
the fuck up.
The government found so many
Jesus
holes.
Christ, you are an idiot.
Yeah, welcome to Jay. He's
You
fun.
are an
Anthropic's
actual moron.
Mythos. Do you know
You are an
Anthropic?
actual idiot.
Yeah.
Anthropic's Mythos
No,
exposed
thank you.
cybersecurity threats throughout our government, and he's trying to fix it. Why are you
Jesus
guys against it?
Threats. No, again, so
Are you
then
guys
what piece of
pro-China now?
legislation? So again, what piece of legislation is proposed to fix those vulnerabilities?
The feds can fix it without
No, they
its
cannot.
executive branch.
No, they
Their
cannot.
job is to
No, they
enforce
cannot.
fucking.
Because they
Yes, they can.
cannot subvert the states. The
Yes,
states
they
run the
can.
election. No, they cannot.
Well,
How
thank
the
God
hell
you're not
did
in
I-
charge.
How is it fit?
Thank God you're not in charge, like Hillary said. Because he
Under
said,
what,
you know, you'll
under
be in
what
jail.
article of the
Thank God you're not
Constitution?
in
Under
charge.
what article of the Constitution are they
So
allowed to
funny.
subvert states' rights of running their elections?
My
Under
God.
what article of
They're
the
just-
Constitution?
They're not subverting anything. They're trying
are.
to fix
How?
cybersecurity.
How are they going to fix it?
The feds work with states all the time when it comes to cyber
What about
risk.
the states
It's all
that don't
the
want to
time.
work with them?
Well, those are your they're going to work with the feds. They
Are
are.
they?
They
gonna
don't
work
have
with the
to.
feds.
That's the
They
fucking point.
haven't
They
been,
will.
right? What is the most
Oh,
recent
really?
thing? What is the most
We'll see.
recent thing? What is the most
We'll see.
recent thing? Jay, what is
Mhm.
the most recent thing that the Trump administration has tried to get from 15 different lawsuits of states now that they haven't been able to get?
Election data.
Voter
I guess.
rolls. Voter rolls. And they've lost
Yes.
15 to 0. So you're telling me the states are
Okay.
going to work with them?
15 states, but they have 35 states that are cooperating with them.
Okay, what about the states that are not? That is what I asked you.
It's a minority. We'll deal with them. Let's get the
How?
35 first.
How are you going to deal with them, babe?
There are hundreds of ways to deal with them.
Name
Okay.
one of the
I don't
100. Name one of the 100.
Okay. I don't want to get into it right now. I don't want to get. I don't
Jay,
want
Jay,
I don't want to get TikTok
Jay.
jail. I don't want to be in a
Jay.
TikTok cage.
Oh, 'cause you know
so
you're
I'm
gonna
not
say
gonna
something
do
When
false.
you legitimately slur on people's panels and now you're worried about TikTok jail,
that.
please,
I'm not going to get into
please,
this. I'm not going to get
Jay,
into this. Sorry.
Jay.
One of 100 ways, but
How
he
many
can't
states
name
do
it.
we have? How many states do we have in this 50 states?
Anyway, I have more important shit to
Why'd
do.
you ask it as a question, bro? 50,
I have more
50
important
states? You don't
He's
know,
not sure.
motherfucker?
I think we can move on from this document as well, by the way. This is making the case that China has taken some steps to influence the presidential election, 16th of October 2020. And what we have here is exploratory steps to undermine the president's reelection by denigrating him and shaping voter perceptions. They talked bad about me and maybe I lost because people heard opinions about me that I didn't like. So, okay.
Hey, Monty, you can totally punish me.
What, for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like being... That's private. We have to do that later.
Yeah.
Well, and is the next document about you? Because a lot of people denigrate the president. That doesn't mean we interfere in the fucking election.
On here? Maybe I am.
Did I make a list? Finally.
Jesus Christ.
They see me. They finally see me.
Thought idea crimes.
In 2019... In 2019, Blank assessed that hostile forces could fabricate claims that Beijing was interfering in the election to demonize China, and that no matter who won the election, Washington's hardline policies against Beijing were unlikely to change. So we interfered in theirs? Wait. The NAO and DETA...
Wait, was it us? Are we the criminals?
Maybe, probably. Agree with a large majority of the IC's judgments about China's calculus and approach to the election. They assess, however, that the IC's judgment that no element of the Chinese government has taken any steps to influence the presidential election. Blank. Okay. We don't have that information. They also have less confidence than the rest of the IC that China's preparations for blank influence efforts were not carried out. Blankety given, contradictory, blankety blanket, blank blanket. Cool. This is just groundbreaking. Just fucking bombs dropping stuff. Like, wow.
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeaking.
I'm moving on to the next document. This is the last one for vulnerabilities. 15th
How many zips are there?
There
So
are
far, there's not many vulnerabilities.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 zips. Vulnerabilities in U.S. 2020 election infrastructure. Key takeaway. This memo assesses the potential impact of cyber operations against U.S. Again, this is before. So this would be saying that they could. This is not evidence that they did. So why am I going to read this? I'm not. Okay, next. I already have it set up.
Yeah, because that whole package was 2004 through 2020, which means that would have all been pre-election data.
I'm sorry. See those redacted? Like, I'm so sorry. That was involuntary. Because the last time it was a joke.
I love how the one page said government and transparency on it.
Sensitive government agency analysis. This is July 10th of 2026. Analysis on U.S. voter registration information blank from 18 states. Plans to conduct U.S. person matching. Hold on, let me get rid of this thing. What's that one? Oh, that's a different one. Okay. Person matching and public opinion analysis. That's great. Love that. U.S. voter registration data from 18 states. Blank and obtained from blank. Voter registration from blank. Okay.
I told you they were going to black out everything, but China interfered.
The blank voter registration data included the following types of information on registered voters: voter names, birth dates, blank, home mailing. How does this prove this was China? Does it even say China? I can't even control. Oh, nope. That's because I was in the wrong thing. That's not what I wanted. Go into this document. Nope. If it was China, it's redacted. Some data included detailed historical records of detailed voter ballot and polling records and election donation expenses, as well as blank demographic information, blank voter registration data from 18 states: Alaska, Connecticut, Florida, Maryland, New York, blank, and Washington, D.C. North Carolina data contained information for over 8 million voters. Kansas data contained the following types of P2, I'm guessing that is. First, middle, and last name. Who had this?
Z Spark said, someone get a Ouija board. The spirit of Lindsey Graham can see through the redactions.
Who had this information? Okay, that was a pointless fucking document. I hate when they copy things like this. It's all tilted. Oh, the People's Republic of China. Okay, it is. PRC is People's Republic of China. Possesses list of likely leaked compromised data. What happened? Oh.
Sunkist said I got info.
What? What happened? Stop trying.
Oh. First and foremost, hello, beloveds. I love all of you. I've not been ignoring you. Sunkiss has just been having a very hectic week.
I'm sorry, my lovely.
It's okay, but I did some due diligence.
That reminds me.
Ooh.
What's wrong, baby?
That reminds me. I had a dream that you guys had a group chat outside of our group chat, and I wasn't a part of it. And y'all were trying to figure out how to get rid of me.
I will screenshot my group chats for you.
It was because Sunkist was gone, and then everybody was pretty much like quiet today, and I got scared.
I will screenshot my group chats for you. I do not care.
I did my due diligence, and I went over to r/conservative.
Ooh.
All of our,
how are the conservatives
doing? They are not buying this.
Oh.
They're not like I was like. There's like 106 comments from the news article like 30 minutes ago. Hi, Chris, love you. And they were like, "This is information we already knew," or "This is public data roll, public voter roll data is available." Like they were like, "This is a nothing." But like even the conservatives are not buying this because this is truly calling into like he is legitimately trying to call like people said. So if it was rigged in 2020 and you lost, but then Biden unrigged it and Biden lost in 2024, it doesn't make sense. Of course, the bots are making the rounds on Twitter,
sure, and YouTube,
just doing the full and YouTube and doing it. But it's like anybody with an actually thinking brain does not believe this at this juncture. Even conservatives are like, this is nothing. You literally, and somebody even said, you literally wait. Monty, pull it up. Just do r/conservative on Reddit. Because y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this.
You look stuff
you
up
just type in r/conservative. Yep. Right there. And then you scroll down. I know, right?
Is it this one? Is this the one?
Yep, that's the one right there. And just start reading.
They're gonna be it. Most states' voter registration data is public data. It might not be instantly available on the internet, but it's open data that a motivated person can review on request. So China could get a hold of it. Okay, cool.
Hey, Monty.
Yeah.
How feisty are you?
What does that mean?
You want to open your phone lines?
Oh.
I don't have my sticker. Wait, I have to put it on here. I have to put it on here. I created
YouTube, you can call in 720 or
Hey now.
509-795-0412.
I don't even know where to put it. In front of me somewhere.
Yeah, they're not. They're like, if you read, they genuinely are not buying this. Like,
It's gonna be in the comments though, and I don't want it.
I almost gave them my fake number.
I know.
You
That's
have a
why I
fake
started
number?
You got to move it up a
screaming.
little bit because you can't see it.
TikTok's not gonna
So-
call anyway, so that's fine. This
Oh,
is
okay. Never
for
mind.
them to be able to see. Let's see. Okay, keep reading. Is this really anything new? I would have assumed they've had personal information of Americans for longer than that.
Barky, don't text nudes to that number.
Don't text them, please. Oh, I don't have my. Let me pull it up though. I have the window. I just don't have the thing pulled up. Okay, there's that. Sorry, but until people are perp walked, I'm tired of hearing it. Put up or shut up, preferably the former. Yeah, did they steal it or did we give it to them willingly? They did build the phone in I'm commenting on. Bro, if you're going to call a news conference, come in it, the receipts prepared. What a nothing burger. Once again, a whole lot of nothing. Has anybody been able to access it? Yes. My God. Why are you not giving me all the comments? Oh, because you want me to sign in. I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
yeah, don't do it. It's fine. But I just wanted you to see, like, they don't, but like, no, anybody with a fully formed, the people ain't buying it.
That's good. Because
The people said there is a fly in the Metamucil, and we not with this shit.
Like, yeah, in particular, this list included 97 entries that were explicitly identified as originating from U.S. Yet they can get a hold of our voter information. That's not voter records, names. Okay, again, this doesn't prove that they did anything with it, so that's a waste of time. This was published in July of 2020, again, before the election. We read this. IC has detected state-sponsored cyber actors targeting the former vice president's presidential campaign, probably to gather intelligence that could enable future operations. Okay. Is this the same?
Did you reopen the same?
No. Because this is China's acquisition.
So are they basically flooding the zone
Yeah.
with zip files?
Because the first one was vulnerabilities in elections and voting, and that was all the files I opened from that one. Yeah, CIA, Venezuela, CIA memo, email. And then I went to, this is China's acquisitions and exploitations. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not crazy. Let me pull that one up again. Nope, not like that. You're open already. Stop. I already did this. Yeah, see, vulnerabilities. China acquisition. Oh, China acquisition. Is that not the same motherfucking email? Please get serious, MAGA. Please. For fuck's sake. What are we doing? Okay, let's go get rid of that one. We don't need that. What's this one?
Who's watching, like, who's checking on international news?
What this really shows
I'm
is the
trying to see
vulnerability in
something.
people's emails.
Like, this was like, well, one, yes. Two, this is just dumb. Like, not boomers gonna be really mad tomorrow morning when doom scrolling Facebook, please. Nancy!
When I was listening to that, I almost kind of like, my stomach started to turn.
Yeah, because I was
just
like,
tomorrow's going to be a shit show because there are literally going to be people that just listen to it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, like-
tomorrow's gonna be fucking horrible.
It's gonna be fun.
Not Monica getting excited.
Look at this, because even this, I think I mentioned to you before that there is some pending redaction that makes it clear China has been caught conducting election influence. All that means is they pulled out ads, they made Facebook profiles and sent you fucking chain letters to make sure you don't step on a
Right.
crack and break your mama's back. Like, that does not mean anything in regards to what actually happened in the election. Nah. Where's the The zhuzh. Where's the gabagoo?
The gabagoo is crazy.
Jesus Lord.
Hi.
Hi.
So I just read through all this on my live.
Mm-hmm.
It's all trash.
There's nothing. There's literally nothing.
Here's the best thing. What they say, what he said about China is essentially, if you go through the report, they just said some shit. Like, they just talked some shit about Trump. That was it.
Oh, you mean like what Russia did in 2016 to try and get him elected, but they did it on Hillary? You mean like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, we knew it was going to be nothing, but I didn't think it would be this bad.
No,
And
it's
to be
it's bad.
fair, it did share that the U.S. can actually what was it? Who was it? Venezuela's?
Yeah.
The U.S.
And I said this, and RTP said this today during his stream, which is that because he's covered a lot more festival stuff than I have, that there are vulnerabilities in the election systems. We know that to be true. We have already known that to be true. Nobody would or should deny that. What we do not have is evidence that those vulnerabilities led to any kind of interference.
Monica. Oh, it's so much better. I don't know if you read this part. Oh, it's so good.
We might not have got
It's
there.
so good. What they instructed about those vulnerabilities is that municipalities and the states were doing exactly what they needed to do, and they were able to
we read that whole
identify
report.
I'm like, holy shit! You just fucking debunked yourself. Like they were finding the problems before the election.
Oh my god.
We live in the dumbest timeline.
there's
with
the
dumbest
massaging.
motherfucking people.
Deliberately massaging analysis. Away from elections.
These people are fucking stupid.
We deliberately massaged our one pending PDB to avoid any direct links to the election. This massive report we have been waiting on has been chopped up into 13 reports that will likely not get out until late next week. All of them we cross-posted into blank or downgraded to blank so they can be more readily incorporated into the 45-day piece if needed. Okay. So he thinks that's bad. He thinks they were hiding something by doing that.
Why aren't we allowed to see who authored these memos?
I mean, you want to remove the paint,
Somebody will find it.
Right. Like, this is it's stupid. Why are we entertaining this foolishness?
I wonder if he was also trying to distract from, trying to distract from the color of the bottom of the fucking reflecting pool.
Girl, fuck that pool.
It's gray now. Did you see?
It's gray. Like, it's as if they, like, it's worse than what it was when they drained it.
Right, so I think it speaks exactly to what has been on my mind, but was left out of the mainline IC assessment. I think it looks very good. So they didn't put my report in that they asked me to have further sourcing on, because we read that document where the IC was like, hey, we're not going to include this minority opinion unless you have context and sourcing. And they're like, well, I thought it was good, though. That's what they're crying about.
Oh, by the way, 3 words that are in none of the documents: deceased, alien, immigrant.
But it was when he started that speech. Bitch, he kicked that bitch off with, and transgenders for everyone.
I'm still waiting for my assigned, waiting for my assigned transgender. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I still haven't got my transgender.
Waiting. How is Sunkiss going to kick off their 30? Like what? What
Where's
are we
the
doing?
267,000 immigrants that are illegally on voter rolls? Where?
Yeah, where? Oh, was that not in any of the documents?
Fuck no.
Michigan voter registration would be the one I'm assuming it's meant to be in. Non-citizens on state voter rolls. What about that zip drive? No, nothing?
I got looked over because my hair wasn't blue. Please shut the fuck up.
No, I think Elon wiped those.
National Security Investigation.
Y'all got to fight over me and Sunkiss. It's crazy.
Like, there's not enough for everyone to get one, so you'd need more transgenders.
Mind you, I'm not even Jewish.
Can you stop saying
I think Elon wiped those drives, to be honest.
Where are they getting
Elon,
this from?
if Elon can figure out how to wipe a drive after all the lines of K he done did, bitch, more power to him.
From the save system. That's what they're citing.
His fucking brain is up there, but nothing for decoration and as a paperweight at this point to keep his head from floating off his.
What is it decorating?
Oh, wait, you're right. Like, my bad.
What's
technically yes, I guess, because I'm femme presenting, even though because non-binary falls under
Sunkiss
this
exists.
yeah.
Okay.
What's the timeline of this, though? This is their claim. Their claim that through the SAVE system, there were this many deceased and this many non-citizen. Over what period of time?
That's a lovely chart that they ran through.
I didn't see
some
that
AI
form.
for formatting.
I haven't read that one yet, so I got to go back.
Yeah,
I'm femme presenting too when Sunkiss makes me tuck.
that's the non-citizens on state. Oh my god! Just get rid of them whenever you want. Non-citizens on state voter rolls zip drive, and only has 3 documents on it.
That's your husband, Monica.
Oh, Jen, you must not come in a lot. This is how we treat him.
No, this is truly.
I cannot.
He knows his place.
Like we had to retire the name Cuck because
I'll step on you later,
there was
baby.
somebody that out-cucked him. Yeah. This is the life he lives.
I'll step on you later, baby. It's okay, Rayola. I love you. It's
I'm so
fine.
glad
You'll be
you guys
fine.
resolved here.
All right, guys, I got to drop down. I got to go talk some shit to some
We
MAGA,
love you,
'cause I'm gonna
Jen.
I love you too.
Tear them
I'm
the
going to go
fuck
find
up.
some MAGA lies because I really want to just rub it in their fucking face that this is all
Go
stupid.
MAGA hunting.
Okay. Love you, Jen.
Love you guys.
He's going
Bye,
MAGA
Mia. Bye,
taunting.
Sunkiss. Bye,
Bye,
Kayla.
Jax.
Bye, Monica.
Bye.
Bye.
I think those are just current voter rolls. That's what 910 said. Oh shit! I was trying.
What the fuck?
I was trying to help Jen just because I thought
I was
trying to help Jen and I disconnected, but he disconnected at the same time, and then I disconnected Kayla. Kayla, come back. You can blame it all.
Not
on
Gen X
me.
dragging somebody down with them. God damn.
Sorry.
Keep going.
He said, I'm going to hell and I'm
What
taking her
else
with
happened?
me.
Monty panting. She said, I don't know.
Kayla, come back.
That was like her when she watched me die in Yap Yap. Oh, shit.
Not I wish I watched you unalive and yap is crazy. This is such a lovely document they threw into Gemini to get this formatting.
Yeah, they really threw it.
Oh my god.
History of voter registration system breaches.
They have to
Get the
admit it.
fuck-
They have to admit the one he denies. Russian government cyber actors attempted to identify and exploit SQL database vulnerabilities in web servers and databases. The FBI reported that they lacked insight into the extent to which the attempts were successful. However, in at least 2 separate instances, Russian actors accessed voter registration files from a U.S. county website. June 2016. I thought you believed Putin. I thought Putin said that they didn't interfere or influence at all. And you believed them, Donald Trump. I thought that's what I love when and I need a drink.
Bitch, this is stupid. This is so dumb.
Russian actors hacked the website of a state board of elections and stole information related to approximately 500,000 voters, including names, addresses, social security numbers, dates of birth, and driver's licenses. July 2016.
He's here to take your order, Monty.
What do you want to drink?
Do I have anything? Do I even
Hold
have
on, let me see. Let me look at the liquor cabinet.
Now who the fuck brought him back up here?
Why are we on this? Because he came up to take her order.
She messaged me
Him and
earlier,
I
like,
just-
she said, "Are you home?" And I was like, "No, I'm pissed because I'd make her a tinfoil hat right now." And she's like, "Why are we on the same page?"
And then he's like, Brother Mod's on his way up. So all of us are just like,
I like the bar.
we wanted to make sure you were covered.
Russian actors hacked into the computers of a U.S. vendor that supplied software used to verify voter registration information. August 2016. How is
This
this
is
helping?
shit that we knew. There's nothing new here.
But he denied it. That's what's even better.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like, but even beyond that, like, he's acting like this is the newest bitch. He's acting like this is sliced bread, literally. Like, Donald, shut the fuck up. Like, you've aired every grievance you can. Just because you keep airing it does not change the outcomes, beloved.
Attempted is not actual. They aggressively targeted U.S. critical infrastructure to steal sensitive data. Doesn't mean they did.
I can go get you a Coke and make like a Coke and bourbon, or I can go get you like a fizzy drink from the gas station.
Hey, white man. Hey, you can't be saying all them them alcoholic beverages
TikTok
up on
don't
this
like
live like that. The fuck wrong with you?
I can go get you a can of something.
Oh my
That
god, a
sounds
simpleton.
terrible.
Probably rather have a Coke and bun. Yep.
Oh, we're
That's.
gonna get along so well.
I feel like I got a soda stream.
Listen, I actually can't drink SoCo anymore. I just want, like, because I've had
I'll run and get you a
so
soda
many
real quick.
nights. So many nights.
The
Like,
people
actually
in his
run,
admin
though.
must really hate him. Probably so.
Oh no, YouTube's asking for they have their orders as well.
Oh, Monty,
I
but
ain't making
like,
nobody on YouTube a drink. They're fucking terrible people.
These are not these ones.
I hate that it has to be him, but not all men.
I feel like Ray, do you like hosting? I feel like you like hosting.
Yes.
Oh, I'm an excellent host, actually. Yeah.
He just got so excited.
Okay. Wait, put the
You
dick
should
away.
see my
Hold on.
tablescapes
Tail
for
wagged and
Easter.
everything.
Put the dick away. Hold on.
The
You
way
should see
he
the
just like
tablescapes for
spun
Easter.
and his like apron magically appeared like a princess
Right,
gown. Like he,
like a
I
white male
love
Mary Poppins.
hosting.
He just got
That was the
happy.
worst part about hosting parties in our 20s is like, I'm too classy for that shit, so I'm walking around shushing people. It gets ratchet too fast.
Yeah, this is all I think.
Not ratchet. I just realized you don't have your phone set up, so my recommendation would have fallen flat anyway.
Are they basically saying we should self-censor our assessment on preference because it could be misused?
Are they talking about the minority thing again? Jeez.
This is just them crying. Yeah, I'm like literally just going through it quick to see what they, because that's just them crying. What the fuck is that? Oh, okay. August 2020. This would have been beforehand. Chinese government had produced a large amount of fraudulent United States driver's licenses that were secretly exported to the United States. The fraudulent driver's license would allow tens of thousands of Chinese students and immigrants sympathetic to the Chinese Communist Party to vote for U.S. presidential candidate. What is USPR? Joe Biden. Despite not being eligible to vote in the United States, China collected private user from millions of TikTok accounts to include name, ID, and address, which would allow the Chinese government to use real U.S. persons' information. But did they? Because this was again in August. So did they do that? That's the report I want to see. Not that they could, but that they did.
China, did you do it?
This paper does not make assessments about the impact of these efforts on the U.S. Okay, don't care. Same document from before. Is this the same fucking one from before? Not a comprehensive synopsis or summary. Was leverage all domestic that were opposed. Yep, same thing. Just flooding the zone with bullshit. Flooding. Thank you, by the way, for the jewels over there. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for sitting through this. I told you it would be a car wreck. Warn a White House official that Beijing had derogatory information on him in an effort to compel him to take a restrained approach to China. Okay. Yeah, they tried to blackmail you, and I'm supposed to be mad. Why? Multiple Chinese officials recommended collecting and using black materials against perceived anti-China U.S. officials since at least January 2019. This is the most detailed and authoritative recommendation that we have. Okay, so that was...
Jesus. It's just...
Same thing. Same thing. Discusses targeting 2024 U.S. Does that help them? I think this helps us. Oh, they targeted during 2024 too? Okay, cool. 2020. Mail-in voting processing map. Visualization of each state's mail-in voting procedures. Okay, that's all public information. How they run their elections. Voter data within 7 states. That's public information.
You know what? All this is proceeding to do is piss me off. I love you, Money. I'm a drop because this is dumb.
It's annoying.
This is
It's so
stupid.
stupid.
It is.
It's
And
so
I'm
dumb.
like, I know y'all like, well, Sunkiss, you up here. I want to be clear. Sunkiss has a wealth of patience for a lot of things. Stupid. If you've been around me any amount of time up on these lives or panels, stupidity is not one of those things. This is stupid because this is shit we already know. He is literally trying to subvert our election process, our electoral process, and it is so fucking frustrating.
In the
And it is
dumbest way
so
possible, too.
annoying. In the dumbest way possible. And to quote Aaron Parnas, because he just said it, you know, I feel how you will about him, but he's not wrong. In November, we have to vote. People keep saying, well, we can't vote our way out of this. We don't have any other choice. We have to vote in such a large capacity that they cannot say this shit is rigged. We need to get these Republicans the fuck up out this bitch. There is no other way to say this. And before you say, well, you're just saying that because you're a liberal, you believe in, yeah, bitch, yeah, the fuck I do. Yeah, I believe that people should be able to live their fucking lives and that it's none of my goddamn business. I believe that I should not be worrying about what people do with themselves as fully functional adults. I believe that we shouldn't be raping and molesting children, that people should have access to affordable healthcare and affordable fucking housing, that we are supposed to be the greatest nation in the world, but we're cosplaying at it. We're not about any fucking thing that we say that we're about at this point. All because people got so intellectually stupid over the last decade that they decided to believe a diaper-wearing, farting, inconsistent, grifting, rapist felon with 34 counts of it against him was better than a black woman who brought joy, or was better than the white man because he was older and genuinely believed in the democracy and the soul of America because it wasn't good enough because he didn't do great enough for them from a problem that was created by the most incompetent person to ever sit behind the Resolute desk. This is stupid. We are in the dumbest timeline, and we got to start calling it like the fuck it is at this point. This isn't a rallying cry. This is a call to common sense at this fucking point. This is really what this is. I know you're thinking like there's only 63 people in here. Well, 63 people are going to hear this shit and they're going to take this shit to where the fuck it needs to go. This is dumb. This is stupid. And we are asking to be engaged in stupidity with people who are not intellectually on any level of where we rest in terms of understanding of this while trying to drag them with us. Leave them where the fuck they at. Get to as many people as you can, especially independents or those who were undecided and didn't want to vote, because we wouldn't be here if 89 million people had went out and voted. That's the piece of this, y'all. Kamala Harris didn't gain votes that people didn't even think were possible. According to Nancy Pelosi, if she had not been the candidate, we would have been cremated. We would have been crushed as there would be nothing left, because Republicans really would have everything. Like, we just got to be honest about this at this point. They're in here using words that they can't even find in the dictionary because they believe that is congruent information. This shit says nothing. Attempts have always been made in our electoral process. This isn't new. What the fuck why do you all think we don't fuck with Russia? Let me get the fuck off this live. I love all of you. I'm sorry. That was...
Don't apologize. Ever.
No. Love you. Have a good night.
Have a pleasant evening, everybody.
And even this sway public opinion. That's nothing. Okay.
Not me saying bye on mute. I love you, Sunkiss. But that needs to be clipped and mute or
I don't want that.
Posted everywhere. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
God.
Sorry.
I love your TED Talks, Mia.
Thank you. Ted and I get along real well.
Those redactions are crazy.
Did you Lamborghinis to the fucking store?
It's really close to us.
So,
and they're playing party music.
Mia, he can't
Check your
afford a
text money.
Lamborghini. He has Chevrolets. Come on.
oh, my apologies.
I can't even afford fucking Lamborghinis, goddamn it.
But what if we started to act like the
Oh, he
Philbros?
Chevrolets ran away.
Ooh, the Philbros. Doing
The
what?
Philbros and the right wingers, where we sit there and like we have a whole Discord script. Like
Or when we start going to panels and then you get contributions from your chat of what to say next.
What if it is just you and the Electoral College stuck in the woods? What do you do when you guys are just stuck in the woods during a snowstorm? You and the Electoral College. What do you do? Lynette!
Hola, everyone. Just a quick question because he was talking and I kind of fell asleep and then I woke up and it was
He
over.
didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything about Ossoff and Warnock because it wasn't like that the
No.
big thing.
Nope. Not a damn thing.
But he
So why
sure
was
did make
everyone?
sure he swayed to be like, am I a good boy?
Allegations of
So where was everyone getting that from the whole Ossoff and Warnock thing?
they
Him
get like
talking shit.
yeah, and they get like outlines like what you sent me, the under the desk news. They get like outlines of stuff, but then there's like White House staffers will kind of like, well, he was chatting about this, so he'll probably talk about that. Like it's just kind of like the rumor mill, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, did I miss that? Because I know I fell asleep, but my okay.
8,000 informed investigators that she worked for blank under blank and blank. She was paid for voter registration work. The matter was referred to law enforcement by the MCCO. Investigation found a number of prepaid debit cards located at blank, raising concerns that they were paying people to register. 6-pack, but did you prove it? Delivered between non-custodial interview. She stated she was first level supervisor overseeing canvassers, the canvassing being conducted in Muskegon, Detroit areas. Each completed form, but later changed her statement, indicated they were paid hourly. Said that the canvassers were paid through a reloadable pay card and that canvassers were paid for each completed form, but later changed her statement and indicated they were paid hourly. Later told MSP investigators that she could not recall her boss's name despite earlier identifying blank as her employer. MSP discovered the vehicle was driving a rental vehicle rented by whatever. Because canvassers are allowed to be paid. Received authorization to track movements via cell phone. The information received cell phone subsequently.
So what is this distracting
Is that
from, you think? Sorry, Mia.
Iran,
no? You're
maybe?
fine.
Iran? That it's going so bad? Like what? Like I don't.
I don't know.
That's what I was that's why I was saying that earlier. I was like, when I was joking about the reflection pool or reflecting pool, I really don't care. But it just like because this was so, or someone said gas spiking. It's just so like I don't know. It was so dull because like we've heard it over and over and over again that it's just like it felt like a look over here.
Yeah, even this is so these are all investigation reports into people who, so it says like they were tasked to find people who were not registered to vote and do whatever he could to get those people to sign up to vote. At the end of each shift, all the applications were turned over to the supervisors. Blank was never asked to, nor did he ever fraudulently fill out any applications. Blank was paid hourly, not by the number of applications. Blank knew some people got more money for more signatures. Some people had their friends sign duplicate applications. If you were good at your job, you might get a promotion to driver or supervisor. There was not a quota for each shift each day. They thought they were working for Joe Biden. This is just a report. This is not proof.
Did you say they thought they were working for Joe Biden?
That was the report. Some people thought blank worked for Joe Biden.
Oh.
So this is again, this is a report like similar to what we read in the Epstein files where people accused Donald Trump of stuff. It's that kind of report. But you guys will believe this one, but probably not the ones about Trump, huh?
This is gonna sound really okay. I may have missed something because I was looking at this recipe. Okay. Some people thought blank, who is reporting, was working for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So does that mean he was actually working for Trump? Like that's what
Depends on who the person was who was doing the form. Like even this, like dropped off at different stores like Save-A-Lot, Family Dollar, and liquor stores and would ask people as they entered the store whether they were registered to vote. Yeah, they've asked me that outside of what most people call Kroger, too. They're allowed to do that. There are no incentives for producing a certain amount of forms. They thought people might be forging signatures because the younger employees would return with a lot of signed registration forms. She would only have 3 or 4 for the entire week. Okay, was that proven? No? Okay, cool. That was nothing again. Again, in Detroit, he's focusing on Michigan because he lost there. Found no evidence that blank submitted false voter registration, the purpose of establishing the ability to vote. Okay, GBI found no evidence that anyone submit false voter registrations. Okay, so nobody was submitting false voter registrations. Got that. I'm really comfortable closing the case at this point without raising these issues. I'm not thrilled with the wording in our initial meeting regarding this case. I was somewhat unprepared. Read faster when I'm not. Simply put, then, election fraud is conduct intended to corrupt the process by which voters are registered. Where's the proof of this? Nothing. Although it doesn't appear blank was paying on a per registration basis, it is reasonable for the canvassers to believe they would not keep the job if they weren't somewhat productive. Duh. And regardless of what they believed, they still submitted fraudulent voter registration applications. I understand that proving this was done willfully would still be difficult, but I wanted to raise my concerns before closing the case. Okay, they submitted BS voter registration. They cannot prove that they did it willfully, meaning that you go out, you say, hey, are you registered to vote? Somebody shows up and they sign with incorrect and fraudulent information. You turn that into your boss because that's what you were doing as a canvasser, and they found that that was fraudulent. Not that I purposefully did it myself. See the difference, MAGA? No? Okay.
I just want to confess I'm blank, just FYI.
I knew it.
You heard it here first, folks. Wait, so did he mention anything about the midterm elections? Like, you know, this is going to be affecting or like whatever, anything?
He said the
No?
Save America Act. He said we need to pass the Save America Act.
He encouraged the viewers to go and call their Congress people to get it passed. Even though we really haven't gotten anything. Yeah, nothing really showed like about when it came to immigration, except for the one document that it didn't give like a time frame of like when they were grabbing this information or whatnot.
Yeah.
That thing is never going to pass. And if midterms hopefully turn out the way we hope it will never pass.
So I'm going to try and quickly X out through these. All that these are saying is that they had certain information that voter registration forms, like the ones you would fill out outside of a grocery store if that's how you're registering, and that they would find that like the names, the birth dates, and the addresses didn't exist. Again, not proof that the canvassers did anything, but that people might sign up and give you false information. You know, like MAGA, you should be familiar with this, especially MAGA men and men in general. When you go up to a woman and ask for her number and you didn't realize she gave you a fake number or it was missing a number. Like that. You should be familiar with that. She completed handwriting analysis, but the indented writing exams were still in progress.
And the problem with some of those is they don't necessarily hire the most trustworthy people, and you're paid by signatures. So it's not necessarily that people filled it out fraudulently. The person with the fucking clipboard could have done it to get more pay.
Well, but that's what they're claiming, though. But even a lot of the Michigan reports show that actually they don't have proof that that was done willfully. They don't even have that evidence.
Do you want a straw for your drink?
Do I need one?
Well, I was going to bring you 2 to see which one you wanted.
Yeah.
There's like a fruity one.
I don't know that I need a straw.
If you're gonna be up here, I'd say take the straw.
Okay, I'll bring you the straw. But you don't have a drink, so what are you using the straw for?
Get your boy.
I was waiting for Oya to do. Is it a crazy straw? No, because they're a pain in the ass to clean. I don't know, because people like to give my kids crazy straws in like the little like birthday bags and shit. They're a pain in the ass to clean. Those bitches never dry. Let's have a voter registration application from item 1B1 in an attempt to identify voter registration applicant potentially fraudulent signatures. Potentially. 91 individuals returned no results. 16 individuals were confirmed to be existing people, but only 4 had signatures on file that matched the signatures provided on the associated registration. Okay. That has nothing to do with actual votes. Investigation to alleged voter fraud matter reference subject. Specifically, Pinker's investigating only those voter registration applications. Does not extend to applications featuring the names of actual persons. Please consult if and when your office seeks. Database checks on 20 randomly selected. We compared the names. Last 4, we found the following name. Does not match. Phone number matches. Okay, so they entered some shit wrong, but their phone number was right. Okay, so this is just improper voting registrations. Field office informed the Michigan State Police. Fraudulent voter being submitted. The matter was referred to law enforcement. Voter issue was involved in similar registration drives. Yeah, we read these are the same ones now. Michigan's 2020 is part of the proposed conducting interviews. Occurs in the proposed interviews, the canvassers only after is concluded certified and contested. We discussed conducting these potential interviews. So they wanted to do it after midterm, so that wouldn't have been. wait.
I mean, even the case that people are talking about in California, that people were paid to vote, which is not true. It's about the registration. It's the same. It's pretty much the same instance of like what was going on, what you were just reading about. And that's what she was charged on. But like,
right. November 3rd, 2020, an unknown subject wearing a Biden shirt came to blank home. The unsub addressed blank by name and offered to collect vote. The unsub had a tablet with him and offered to register her to vote. Blank declined and told the unsub she did not want to register. Blank did not provide any of her personal information to the unsub. Recently, Blank received a voter's registration ID card in the mail. Blank did not register to vote and did not request to be registered to vote. Blank contacted her county and city clerk's offices who won't tell her any information. Blank also noted that a few weeks prior to Halloween, she received what she believes was an absentee ballot in the mail. Blank shredded the ballot. Blank said she is 100% certain she never registered to vote and she has never voted in an election. Has revealed as an open source query of what revealed blank as a registered voter. A Guardian query for blank and blank revealed 0 results. Sentinel blank and blank revealed 1 restricted result. The date revealed 0 results. Okay. So you either lied about being a registered voter or somebody registered you illegally, but it came to naught. Yes, Cecil.
That one's fruity.
What? Woo!
that looks so pretty.
I'll take them both.
You know that. They're both strong as fuck. This should have been second or third drink, bitch. This is not.
Well, by the end of it,
Look.
She said you gotta spit on it first. The fuck?
Oh, that's good though. Nursing assistant around mid-2020 responded to an online advertisement for an office clerk job at a company called Blank. The job paid approximately $500 a week. What does this have to do with canvassers? Then provided the collected forms would make, again, more forms. Shit. What does that have to do with anything? Yes, canvassers exist. I'm just like, it's so silly. Oh, there goes the hat. There goes the hat.
Even the tinfoil's just like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not even... Good job, regular shift of the 4 hours before each shift. What you doing, MAGA?
All right, so I'm gonna read through these top stories really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, because
obviously the Trump alleges Chinese festival meddling in primetime ad. Putting primetime is crazy. White House teleprompter operator accused of making $100,000 off of the Trump speech bets. And U.S. announces new 25% tariffs on Brazil for unfair trade practices. We have outrage after ICE agents tackle a man at Las Vegas airport. National Guard deployment set to D.C. will last through Trump's term.
Read that one again?
National Guard deployment to D.C. will last through Trump's term.
They're already violating the law. It's not supposed to. Like, he has to, like, send them home, what, every, like, 29 days and send them back out. Because it'd be violent. Not that they care.
Well, that means they would kind of switch over to active for after 30 days, but that means they also would be getting like BAH and stuff like that. They would be getting like active duty service pay.
I mean, get paid, I guess.
Complaint accuses doctor involved in Tennessee execution of violating ethics. And as most people are talking about, Taco Bell removing lettuce from some stores amid the, Trumperia.
Well, because I saw the article that it was like found that it was linked to them.
So my question is, because we know no one in MAGA is going to go through this the way that you just did. What do you think, because of just from his speech alone, what do you think there's going to be their talking points tomorrow?
So the trolls and the bots are just going to be like, see, China, see, the machines were vulnerable and hackable and did happen. But they're going to base that on nothing other than, yes, there were vulnerabilities. But even when Sunkiss was up here, they were showing us that on conservative Reddit, they're not having it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, this is the same shit we already knew about. This is nothing. Like, they're actually really mad. And to be honest, like, even my YouTube chat isn't as, like, wild as it could be. I have a couple people saying, am I being paid by China? But other than that...
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have fun.
House Republicans $95 billion Iran war package clears first hurdle.
Oh, the funding?
Yeah, for Iran, for farm aid and voter ID requirements. That's what they're all looping it into.
The SAVE Act?
So it says Republicans on House Budget Committee advanced the $95 billion package for Iran, farmland, or farm aid and voter ID requirements.
Yeah, that's going to get denied.
I'll read it while you do this.
It's going to get denied in the Senate. Thank you for calling the stream. Can I get your age, state, and who you voted for?
Sure. Age 37, state, Texas, and what was the other question?
Who you voted for in 2024?
For president?
Yeah.
Kamala.
Oh, why'd you call in?
Oh, are you not speaking to Democrats?
It depends on the subject. I just put it up to kind of rage bait MAGA because I'm waiting for them to try and defend this nothing burger, but...
Well, MAGA, if you're listening, I just want to say tonight's speech was a disaster, and you guys have a lot of explaining to do because none of it made any sense. Nobody's been prosecuted, and Donald Trump is super off-putting. And I don't know if you guys truly exist, so you guys need to be calling in and, yeah, make it make sense. But, I just want to say I'm, really disappointed again with this speech. It was such a, you said nothing burger. I mean, he's talking about this fraud, yet no one's been prosecuted, and he's going to do some digging, and he's going to be doing some exposing, and it's just so like an authoritarian playbook, it's really disheartening, and he's going after these groups, and and there are so many statistics. Like, I was on the Alan Lichtman live, and he stated a very interesting fact, which is that it's the same amount of probability that an immigrant gets hit by lightning is the same amount of probability that they casted a ballot. It's just so
minuscule.
It's so minuscule. And gas is so high, and I'm just, and especially for the state of Washington, I'll say this, my heart goes out to the state of Washington, because did you guys know that in Washington state, people who get full Medicare, Medicaid, like all their benefits got cut, like with the big beautiful bill. Like the neediest people in the state of Washington, like had their like OTC benefits cut, which is like for their groceries. They use that to pay their utilities. They're like the elderly, sick people in Washington state suffered huge with this big beautiful bill. And I don't think enough people are like, you know, realizing the impact of this horrible legislation. And no one's benefits went up in Washington state.
Nope.
You know, I'll say this, I work in healthcare and like in health insurance, and everyone, like I speak to hundreds of people a day, and like not one person's actual benefits went up for Medicare, Medicaid. And it sucks. Like, you know, these people use this money like to buy like basic stuff, like over the counter medication. And so, and it just, and it makes people hate the state of Washington. And it's like really a federal funding issue. And the federal government's, you know, like trying to target blue cities and like blue
I think your
states.
phone's
And
like cutting up.
so MAGA, like, and or whoever's listening to this, like, thank you so much for like hearing me out. Like, thank you so much for like tuning into this smart young lady. Like, you guys are the bomb. Like,
Thank
please
you.
double
We
tap.
appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Bye. He hung up on his own. Thank you. I appreciate you. I actually do have a story that we just haven't gotten to. I won't. I'm not doing that shit tonight. But about Arizona, the effects in Arizona of the One Big Beautiful Bill in Medicaid. So that'll be fun. Yes, not Brett Cross. Totally. As like, oh my god. I support a traitorous communist movement. I literally I've had this on my screen the entire these are the last two documents, which we already covered. We literally went through the entirety of the 4 zip files. I just want you to know.
Is
We
that
went
you
through it.
two saying you're a communist?
I'm guessing.
Speaking of communists, can I tell you about my mayor, what he did?
Oh, what'd he do now?
So, you know, the civil service exams where you take to become like a civil service worker for the government or whatever, you have to pay for those. And some people don't take the exam because they don't have the money. He made them free for high school students and also first-time test takers.
Ooh.
So anyone who wants to take a civil service exam in New York City to work for like the corrections, 911, MTA, all those exams are now free if it's the first time.
I love that.
I was like, what? Check him out.
That's America's mayor.
Yeah, because I took the test for 911 and I got like to start the job, but when they told me that it's an 18-month probation, and if you call out sick, you get fired. And I was like, well, I have 3 kids at home, so no, like, I can't not call out sick for 18 months. Like, no. So I didn't do the job, but yeah.
Did Fox
They
News
said,
really?
fuck them kids.
Also heard the president make claims that electronic voting machines are vulnerable and easily compromised. Fox News has not seen that evidence yet, is not in a position to evaluate the accuracy of the president's statements and claims at this time.
They said, we do not want to pay $80 million again. We did it once. We don't want to do it again. Fox News was
They
like,
won't even back him up.
not CBS News fact checking him too.
I think somebody said CBS bailed early.
This, yeah, that's this one. It says, President Trump announced that his administration is declassifying intelligence that reveals shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure, including hacking, exploitation, and foreign interference. Fact check rating false, as we know because we read it. Officials have repeatedly said election infrastructure remains secure. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, which apparently I've been pronouncing wrong, it's CISA? Is that how they said it? Is that how Thick said it? I don't remember.
I think so. Yeah, apparently we both were wrong, and they were
CISA
just like,
sounds better. Y'all are tripping. Said there was no evidence of any malicious activity affecting affecting the integrity of the 2024 elections. CISA also said the 2020 election was the most secure in American history, with no evidence that voting systems deleted, lost, or compromised votes. Uh-oh.
Can you read that in dumb?
Nothing happened. He lied to you.
Got it.
Yeah, Fox. Well, because Fox doesn't want to be sued again. G3. Where is that actually? What was that? Fox News pays Dominion.
Last time they had to fire Tucker Carlson, they'd be like, now we have to let go of
I'm
Jesse
sorry.
Waters.
I was off. I said 80 million. Excuse me for my incorrectness. $787 million settlement to Dominion Voting Systems over stolen election lies. I was so off. I apologize. Blame it on the alcohol.
Damn.
Almost $800 million.
The thing
That's
is,
why
you were actually giving them grace.
I wasn't giving them so much grace. That's why they were like, we can't confirm this shit he's saying.
Talk about Venezuelan stimulus.
My God. Yep. Fox agreed to settle the case and pay Dominion $787 million.
That was where it was at the owner of Fox said, you don't have, I mean, anyone that takes us seriously is like dumb because we're not really a news network.
Yeah,
they're
we're entertainment.
Yeah.
I think it was it when, I don't think that was the Dominion case. It might have been a separate case, the one for Tucker Carlson when he got sued, when he worked there. He said, I don't know why anyone would take this seriously.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was, fuck it, we're here. Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
Let's see. I know he fucking said it, but I just don't remember where. It might have been that one. I thought he was fired before that. Was he not fired before that?
Was it Tucker who said it? I thought it was the big dog of Fox News.
Was
What's
it
his name?
Rupert Murdoch who said they shouldn't
Yeah.
take it seriously?
I think so. Somebody said it.
Well, he admitted that Fox News hosts deliberately amplified false festival narratives for ratings and revenue rather than objective reporting.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That's crazy. When was Tucker Carlson fired? In 2023. Days after Fox settled the settlement. Yep. Okay. Yep. That was that. It's a mess. There was nothing. That was nothing. My God.
Lost his whole ass job for a site he's not even on anymore.
Yeah.
Ray, you going live?
Am I going live?
Yeah.
Why would I go live?
You say, no, you're going live.
Y'all just started partying.
Oh, I mean, I can. When Monty gets off, I guess.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I just thought about that. Isn't that... Wait, I thought
When
you
I
were
get
already...
off. When I get off.
Yeah.
You halfway done with that drink? Mm-hmm.
I'm working on it.
There you go.
Ooh! Do I get a FaceTime?
You want a FaceTime?
Hmm?
Our fucking codependent relationship.
Wakila was like, yeah, I like cried. I was like, I almost cried, but I was like, I was literally laying there like, I think it was like 11:30 my time, and I'm like, I want to call, but I think everybody just wants to kind of just not, and I'm just laying there, and I'm like, but like, hey guys,
But also,
miss you. I'll just tell them tomorrow.
God. Should I say this? I don't know if I should say this. How many people are
Yes.
in here? Not that many. Because I was on the phone with Ray and I was telling him that I wanted to stream this, and I was like, but it might coincide with like the kids' bedtime. Like it's gonna be time for them to go to bed soon. And I was like, so I need your help putting them to bed and shit.
They're still up.
And I was like, well, it'll be fine because I plan to have a panel anyways. I was like, I'm sure Mia will be there. A few other people. I was like, I'm not sure who will be there, but I'm sure they'll be there. And he was like, oh, exploiting black labor. I was like, yeah, that was my plan all along, was to get rid of the other person so that I could exploit the black labor.
Oh my.
It was all a plan, Mia.
It was a plan the whole time.
I mean, we all know my kids don't go to sleep when I send them to sleep. So that's why I asked. I was like, you want me to do it?
No, they're fine.
Yeah. Henry's still trying to get he's still trying to get his daily wins, so I haven't done it yet.
Oh, on Brawl Stars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, Lynette, are you going to go live?
That's crazy.
Yeah, sure, I'll go live.
Me and
I
Lynette.
want to watch Lynette play with the hole.
Yeah.
And stream it.
Y'all gotta pay for that.
Oh, damn. I mean, I will.
Me and Lynette still got to co-host our MAGA live, so we can do a MAGA rundown on this.
Yes. Yes, we do.
See, China stole the votes.
My God.
Gosh.
And I'll be the
All
Spanish
right.
one. Sí, carajo.
We might just end up in the disco.
Yeah,
You gotta change your flag to Venezuela real quick, Lynette, so people think that you're an insider.
I mean, half of the time they already do. They don't know the difference.
They don't know the difference. What does the Venezuelan flag look like?
It just has
Is
stars.
it that upside down?
Oh, yeah, it's
just
pretty
my flag
similar.
with stars.
Yeah, it's similar.
No, we all have the 3 stars. Ecuador has the thing in the front. Venezuela has the stars, and we just have it plain. That's it.
Oh.
El Salvador's flag is better.
Because remember, before we were called La Gran Colombia, which was the big Colombia, and then Simon Bolivar was like, nope, we're not doing that. So then became Venezuela, Ecuador, and Colombia. So yeah,
I
sorry.
forgot I was making cookies.
Joe, that's a weird comment. I'm glad the host forgot to put on makeup. Okay. I love
Thank
this.
you.
Wait till I host, Joe.
Why'd your voice get so gruff? She can screen share in Discord the whole. Yeah, she can. That's true. Oh, God. Okay. On that note, let me get the fuck out of here. I'm going to drink my drink, probably end up in Discord, have some snackies, go to bed.
Yeah, we don't have to filter ourselves in Discord.
That's true. Thank you guys for coming in and joining for that fucking wreck. Now my brother's fucking with the lights.
So we're I can say this really quick. We're actually sexual socialists in Discord, so free titties for all.
Big titties for I've sent you pictures. YouTube and Twitch, I have nowhere to send you. So I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys for going through that car wreck with us. That's going to be fun tomorrow. So come back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time because that's going to be